What if I told you that there is a world in our solar system that is more volcanically active than Earth, Triton and Enceladus, has lakes of molten lava and spews plumes of gas and dust into space? Welcome to Io, the fiery moon of Jupiter. Nestled within the orbit of the largest planet in our solar system, Jupiter is a celestial body that defies the norms of a typical moon. This is Io, one of the 4 largest satellites of Jupiter, collectively known as the Galilean moons. Unlike its siblings, Io's surface is not covered in ice, but instead, it's a fiery hellscape, teeming with over 400 active volcanoes, making it the most volcanically active body in our solar system. In this video, we will delve deeper into the fascinating world of Io, exploring its origin and orbit, its extreme volcanism, and diverse surface features, its thin, yet dynamic atmosphere, and the intriguing exploration missions that have brought us closer to understanding this fiery moon. So buckle up as we take a journey to this fiery moon of Jupiter. Io didn't just appear out of nowhere, it has a fascinating origin story and a unique orbit around Jupiter. Born from the dust and gas that surrounded Jupiter over 4.5 billion years ago, Io was shaped and molded by gravitational forces. This moon, the innermost of Jupiter's 4 Galilean moons, whips around its parent planet in a swift elliptical orbit, completing a full trip in just 1 3/4 of an Earth day. This rapid orbit, coupled with the gravitational influences of its sibling moons Europa and Ganymede, puts Io in a cosmic tug-of-war. This gravitational dance generates immense tidal forces, causing the moon's surface to rise and fall by as much as 330 feet. Simultaneously, Io's path takes it within Jupiter's powerful magnetic field, leading to intense radiation belts. These unique dynamics have formed Io into a world unlike any other in our solar system. With such an interesting origin and orbit, it's no wonder Io is such a unique celestial body. Like I said before, Io is the most volcanically active body in our solar system. This volcanic activity is primarily driven by tidal heating. As Io orbits Jupiter, it gets tugged and stretched by the giant planet's gravitational pull, creating friction and heat within its interior. This heat melts the rock beneath Io's surface, leading to an abundance of volcanic eruptions. Io boasts over 400 active volcanoes, some of which shoot plumes of sulfur and sulfur dioxide up to 300 miles into space. These include towering shield volcanoes, vast lava lakes, and dramatic volcanic plumes. The surface of Io is a vibrant mix of yellows, reds, whites, and blacks, reflecting the various forms of sulfur and molten silicate rock. This surface is constantly changing due to the ongoing volcanic activity, creating a dynamic and ever-changing landscape. Mountains soar, plains stretch wide, and craters pockmark the terrain, all painted in hues of sulfur. Io's volcanic activity is so intense it's reshaping its surface constantly. Io's thin atmosphere and spectacular plumes are a sight to behold. Mostly composed of sulfur dioxide, Io's atmosphere paints a vivid picture of a world in constant flux. During the day, the sun's warmth causes the sulfur dioxide to sublimate, creating a thin layer of gas around the moon. But as night falls, the temperature drops dramatically, and this gas condenses back into solid form, covering the surface in a frosty layer. The sources of Io's atmospheric gases are its myriad active volcanoes, which spew out a cocktail of sulfur dioxide, sodium, oxygen, and other elements. These substances are then lost into space or absorbed back into the moon's surface, creating a dynamic cycle of creation and destruction. But perhaps the most breathtaking feature of Io's atmosphere are the colossal plumes that erupt from its volcanoes, reaching heights of up to 300 kilometers. They create a torus, a donut-shaped cloud of ionized gas around Jupiter, adding a dash of drama to an already extraordinary celestial body. These plumes of gas and dust give Io an almost ethereal quality. While Io might be millions of miles away, that hasn't stopped us from exploring it. Our journey to Io began with the Voyager missions in the late 70s, which provided us with our first close-up images of this fiery moon. The Galileo spacecraft in the 90s gave us even more detailed views and insights into Io's intense volcanism and intriguing geology. Today, the Juno mission continues to study Io, capturing stunning images and gathering data about its volcanic activity, magnetic field, and the interaction with Jupiter's magnetosphere. However, our journey doesn't end there. Future missions like the Europa Clipper, JUICE, and the proposed Io Volcano Observer aim to delve deeper into Io's mysteries. They hope to answer lingering questions about its volcanic activity, the composition of its atmosphere, and the effects of Jupiter's magnetosphere on this fiery moon. With more missions planned for the future, who knows what else we will discover about Io. Subscribe to the channel for more space curiosities.